What's that? Something. Let's play! You hit like a rat roll.
That was Anything Goes by Cole Porter. That was Anything Went. No? No. Stupid. Coming to you from, the jewel green, the green,
there's Brotherhood,
the great green
and
jewel
there's everything else.
of the Commonwealth.
Nothing in between.
Diamond City Radio. Now it's Bing Crosby, everyone. Yay.
We're close. All we need is enough power to fire up the signal interceptor.
I'm occupied at the moment. We'll speak later.
Better check all your connections and make sure all the components are wired together on a single grid.
I'll send for you if I need you.
Ray Smith, everybody.
Getting late.
Ray.
Bivouac out here. I'll find a place to stay.
If you haven't been to Disney recently, like I certainly haven't, I haven't been anywhere, you might not know about the latest news there. You may have heard the name Bobby No-Nose, which out of context sounds pretty funny. But I mean, she's a ghoul, so it's actually sort of, you know, literal. Anyway, there was talk, still I hear, that she was up to something, a heist, as they say, hypothetically, something sort of big, I guess, yeah, maybe, who knows though. But well, she sort of disappeared, no sign of her, and nothing has gone missing, at least not that I've heard of, which I realize isn't much. job go wrong? Or was it so successful that, just no one knows about it? There may never be answers, which makes it kind of hard to, you know, report on it. Maybe I should have tried. Keep a Knockin' by Louis Jordan's next. I like this one. It's short and it's about telling people to go away. Oh.
I can't talk right now. I have a lot on my mind.
With the beam emitter out of alignment, we'll never trap the signal properly. See what you can do about it.
I'm too busy to speak right now.
Close. All we need is enough power to fire up the signal interceptor.
Call me old-fashioned, but there's nothing better than being boots on the ground.
What kind of things, you ask? Well, I tell you. I have heard that they have taken over the castle, which I guess was there some time ago, but a while. It has been full of fish, or monsters, or monster fish, maybe? I don't know. Not relevant. The Minutemen are there now. That's good for them. And I guess for everyone else too. So, yeah. How about some music? Rocket 69 is next. And, I mean, I don't hear me singing about the other 68 rockets. Kind of makes me think.
check all your connections and make sure all the components are wired together on a single grid. Do you need any help with this?
I'll send for you if I need you.
Sir.
I can't talk right now. I have a lot on my mind.
I think you should stay on point. Your instincts seem to be right on target.
Too busy to speak right now.
The beam emitter out of alignment will never trap the signal properly. See what you can do about it.
I'm occupied at the moment. We'll speak later. I'm occupied at the moment. We'll speak later.
Elder Maxon?
I'll send for you if I need you.
Maxon's waiting to talk to you, and I'm not throwing the switch until he gives us the go-ahead.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test? Come back here, Knight. You aren't going near that teleporter until you've heard me out.
Maxon's waiting to talk to you, and I'm not throwing the switch until he gives us the go-ahead.
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to us all. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's gonna happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so close to the answers I'm looking for.
Eager to get inside, huh? Good. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
That's fortunate.
Yes, it was. Securing useful resources during wartime is critical. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. She was a valuable asset. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her. There's a special project we're working on.
Sure. Consider it done, Elder.
Very good. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going. Just keep your mind on the mission. And good luck. You have your assignment, soldier. Move out.
I've checked and rechecked everything. I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I... You wanted to get into the Institute, right? Well, what are you waiting for? Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here.
No use.
I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. Mommy's here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Sean, please. Calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli.
Oh, sorry.
Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew.
Hey, have you seen the...
I am Father.
Well,
Welcome
there's this
to the
article
Institute.
in the newspaper, Public Occurrences. Boy,
This is insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now
I'm
is
not
understandable.
saying,
Please,
I'm not saying it's
just try to relax.
correct.
I know this is all difficult to
And, you know,
take
of course,
in.
the mayor, I mean, I was, I asked to read. I have a statement.
I'll
from
make this
the
very simple.
mayor's
Where
office.
is my son?
He's here, in the Institute.
Just says here, there's,
Closer
nothing
than
to
you
worry
think.
about, that it's
But I need you to realize that this
safe and all, everybody.
situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your
Anyway,
son.
it's
Well,
something to think about.
your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you,
Well, I
after
guess
all
you could
this
say so.
time.
Billy
It's me.
Holiday.
I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am. Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. It wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you?
In a manner of speaking, yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was... was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
He was a murderer. He killed your father.
Believe me, I am well aware of the atrocities Kellogg committed. I suspect there are many more we'll never know of. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
I think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped, and now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help.
I won't be a part of this. I can't.
Why? Because of the reputation of the Institute. The Institute can provide a better life than... You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen...
Your institute has done some horrible things.
Yes, well... What about the people you've aided in order to get here? What atrocity? The Brotherhood of Steel. They believe they're the only ones fit to... And you would side with them. None have any true claim to nobility in this world. Those days are gone. I simply ask that you give the Institute... We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
I'm sorry to hear that. I had certainly hoped we could work together. But every man must make his own decisions. Understand, though. that I cannot allow you to remain. You may have safe passage back to the relay, where you will be sent back to the surface. But from that point, I am sorry. I must think first of the safety of the Institute. The elevator will return you.
Such a positive guy, that Bing Crosby.
Sensor anomaly detected.
Bobby No-No. Out of context. Pretty funny. But I mean, she's a fool, so it's actually sort of, you know, literal. Anyway, there was talk, so I think she was maybe up to something. A heist, let's just say, hypothetically. Something sort of big. I guess? Yeah, maybe. Who knows, though? But, well, she sort of, disappeared. No sign of her.
Initiated.
And nothing has gone missing. Did the job go wrong? Or was it so successful that, just no one knows about it? There may never be, which makes it kind of hard to, The song is Good Neighbor by Magnolia. Well, Good Neighbor. One word,
Plum and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time, Captain Kells is gonna have me do 100 push-ups.
Liberating the Commonwealth is a huge responsibility, but we'll get the job done. Nothing to report right now, Knight.
There's no time to waste, and there's work to be done.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
I wasn't worried. After all, I built the device myself.
I have confidence in everything I built, too. But that's because... Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
Hopefully, it'll reveal a weakness.
That would be the best... Before we jump to conclusions, I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. Good luck, Knight.
Have you ever fired a minigun? Choose to.
Lancer Captain Kells has informed me that the Institute's on high alert, and you're to blame. Explain yourself, Knight.
I didn't realize it would make you so angry.
Didn't realize?
My apologies, Elder.
Apologies are meaningless. Brotherhood soldiers take responsibility for their actions and move on. I expect no less out of you. Fortunately, this incident doesn't change our... We have a contingency plan that's already being put into effect that should ensure completion of our special...
Sure.
Now...
Right.
Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operation. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project to record. And Knight?
Getting a bit of a twitch on prop 3, adjusting torque.
Adjusting internal bayonet pressure. Green light.
Attention! Halbert pilot to Station Epsilon. Halbert pilot report to Station Epsilon. That is all.
Big Maybell.
So, there's this thing I heard about. I'm not even really sure what to say. There are stories about... Well, it's some big contraption that's being built out there in the Commonwealth.
Joining our cause was the wisest decision of your life, sister.
They don't know what it does. Not for sure. This next part... Well, I mean, it's just people talking. Not necessarily. But it's been said. With the Institute. Trying to blow it up. Or make it disappear or something. There aren't really any details.
Proctor Ingram?
If I
So,
were you,
I bet you're eager to
saw
get
this
your
thing-
hands dirty on our new project.
well, you better believe that.
Why all the secrecy?
We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. For now, the fewer people that know about it, come on. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
My help? I don't know a thing about robot repair.
Why don't we leave the repairing to my scribes? You're going to be doing the legwork. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Pridwin, so you'd think it'd be a snap. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. What we need is a robotics expert, and there's someone in Diamond City that fits the bill. Her name's Professor Skara. Locals say she's a wizard when it comes to fix... Why don't you head over there and see if you can talk her into helping us? Oh, and take this with you. Once she sees one of those cerebro-fusion adapters, I'm pretty sure she'll... In the meantime, I'll prep Prime's CPU and we'll see if we can't get the big guy moving.
Hey.
Sorry to let you down, but I'm afraid I'm not in the mood to teach biology lessons today.
Actually, I'm looking for Professor Skara.
You are? That's strange, so am I. Her normal field expeditions never last more than a few days, but it's been over a week now. I'm afraid something terrible has happened to her.
Don't worry, I'll find her.
Oh, that would be wonderful. The last place Professor Skara said she was going is the General Atomics Galleria. I'll mark it on your mapping device. There. Look, if you find her, could you tell her to come home?
Holy shit. That is some opera.
Read the paper, lady. Trust me.
Hey, Nat.
Selling papers is busy work, lady. You can't stop the press. Read the public and be prepared.
You cause trouble, it's gonna be trouble. Okay?
Look at you. There's still a human being under all that armor.
You
Hey
read the
there.
paper?
You read the paper?
Damn synths.
Damn synths.
Hiding among us.
us.
Don't touch the paint. Don't bother, pal. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't heard nothing.
Oh, hi there.
Travis.
Don't break my stuff if you don't mind. I don't, okay. I usually don't.
I hope you liked that. That was maybe
This
by
is
the
why.
ink spots.
This
I mean,
is
it was
why.
definitely by the ink spots.
Hey, Travis.
This radio station,
I should have been clearer.
You'll notice there aren't any other ones. So,
Hey, how about a bit of good news? If you haven't already seen it, which I did, so...
I'm not supposed to talk to people I don't know.
Something I overheard.
Hi there.
Hi.
Nick Valentine is back in town. He was gone for a while. Some people who are totally not me.
You're getting pretty chummy with that reporter, huh?
Well, they thought that he might be dead. Or destroyed. Glad you're back, Nick. Even though we never really talked. Like, ever. Here's Frankie Carl with a song that, frankly, sounds a little too good to be true. I'm not saying he was embellishing. Well, no, okay. I guess I am saying that. Never mind. Here's one more tomorrow. I guess I am.
Oh, here we go.
Here's one
Quiet,
more
you.
tomorrow.
All right, you. Tell me, Diamond City Radio is terrible, yes? Makes you want to cut your own ears off.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
This is what I tell you, Fim. Something must be done. Radio is bad for business. Makes customers unhappy. Either we have unhappy customers listening to bad DJ, or we have no music and customers have boredom.
Vadim.
It's true. Don't listen to my brother. Someone needs to get rid of him. We need a new DJ for the radio. I don't think many would notice if he, disappeared.
That's a horrible idea.
I tell you, it would be easier than you think. You just have to talk to... You just have to talk him into following you out of town.
All right. That's enough. Vadim isn't serious. He doesn't really want to kill Travis.
Right. We're all just having a laugh.
Hey, okay, good. I didn't want you to get the wrong idea.
It's true. Only jokes. Travis is a good friend. Yefim and I worry about him.
Poor Travis, he means well, but he does not have the confidence he needs for that job, or anything else, really. And so he's always awkward. He does not believe in himself, you see? He expects he will fail at everything.
Something like that could be tough to change.
No, it's easy to fix. I tell Yefim over and over. Go on, spoil sport. Go back to working. Come, you. Meet me in back room. We discuss plan.
If you work, you eat. It's as simple as that.
Excuse me, but this is a private research site. If you're here to study these robots, I'll have to insist you relocate to somewhere else.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Oh, well, that puts an entirely different spin on everything, doesn't it? My name's Professor Skara. And in answer to what I expect to be your next question, Professor is my first name, not my title. The whole thing's rather complicated. Perhaps I'll explain it to you sometime. So, now that I've formally introduced myself, perhaps you'd care to tell me why you're here.
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to ask for your help.
How very interesting. I wasn't aware that you people ever asked for anything. While I'm flattered that the Brotherhood of Steel would find me useful, I can't help but be wary of your... Perhaps if you were more specific, we could come to some kind of a mutual understanding.
We need your expertise to get Liberty Prime back online.
Liberty Prime? Where have I heard that before? Oh, yes. I believe it's some kind of an enormous robot. Intriguing as it sounds, I'm afraid my work at General Atomics isn't complete. Perhaps you could come back another time.
So the Minutemen are out there doing things in the Commonwealth. What kind of things?
Maybe this will change your mind?
Intriguing. So, your technicians must use these to calibrate Liberty Prime's internal power system. It's quite an ingenious little device. But it could use some work. All right, you've got a deal. I'll wrap up my collecting trip and meet you at your headquarters. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a few loose ends to tie up before I leave.
Not relevant. The Minutemen are there now. That's good. For them. And I guess for everyone else too. So, yeah. How about...
Here we go.
Hold on. Here's Roy Brown, and he's singing, Mighty, Mighty Man. Take it away, Roy.
Ready or not, here I come.
Remember, the use of force against customers is strictly prohibited.
can a machine believe it's alive? It's ridiculous.
Ingram?
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Professor?
You call this a good start? This poor thing's memory core was completely corrupted. Haven't you people ever heard of inertial dampeners? Titanium shock casing? It won't be easy, but I should be able to get his basic functions online. If you can keep your inept scribe.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but I've done... Besides, Skara's worth all. I've never seen someone so proficient with Prime's power systems. She's already saved us weeks, maybe months of work. In fact, we're ready for you to start building his electromagnetic actuators.
Sure. Anything you need.
That's what I love about you. You're ready to leap into action, and I bet you don't have the faintest idea what I'm talking about. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to... What we need you to do is build the...
All right, Ingram. Here's a list of materials you'll need.
Right.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high... According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruins. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need.
Once you start building the actuator, good luck.
Behind us, we'll never fall. Yes?
Taking on a Deathclaw without backup is a great way to get yourself killed. The Pridwin is a magnificent ship, and we're lucky to have her in our arsenal.
If you run into any Simpson, shoot or kill. We don't take prisoners.
True peace can only be achieved by superior firepower.
Skeeter Davis, a name I still find confusing. This is Diamond City Radio, and I'm, it's me, Travis. Anyway, Ella Fitzgerald has a happy song about being mad. I'm not sure I get it. She is complicated.
Going up. Going up. Basement.
Got it. Sweet.
Going up. Ground floor.
Is the missus feeling jittery and distracted? Perhaps she's suffering from what leading doctors are calling ladies' hysteria.
Going down. Basement.
Danny Kaye there singing. That was Civilization. this article in the newspaper. Public occurrences.
Going down.
It's something.
Basement.
I'm not saying anyone is a sin. You know, I'm not saying it's correct at all. And you know, of course, the mayor. I mean, I was I have to read. I have a statement from the mayor's office. You know, it's well, I mean, it just says here there's nothing to worry about. That it's, you know, safe and all. Everybody. Kind of. It's crazy stuff, right? I mean, weird. Anyway, it's well, it's something to think about, I guess. Now well, I guess I'll play some Billie Holiday.
Going up. Second floor.
Excuse me, should you be...
Do not make any further escape attempts, lawbreaker. Fugitive is attempting to evade capture. Beginning pursuit. Attention. Fugitive should be considered armed and dangerous. Continuing search for hostile has escaped. Transmitting description to designated law enforcement authorities.
There are no...
Your
Drinking Nuka-Cola can help satiate thirst, increase energy and focus, as well as achieve dangerous glucose levels in diabetics.
going up. Second floor.
Carry food with you. You'll end up eating some pretty questionable things to stay alive.
How can I help you, Knight?
That last song. Okay.
No matter how many battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
So, there are some rumors out
Proctor.
there in the
That's
Commonwealth
all 4
that I have heard.
actuators. Delivered and
You know
done.
the one about
Nice
the
work.
railroad?
Thank goodness.
A group
I've
that,
finished
that
restoring
actually
Prime's
helps.
basic
They
program.
help since
But
we
trying
want
to
to escape the
explain to him
Institute.
why he
Yeah.
can't walk is testing my
Well,
patience.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
Shouldn't be a problem. Just tell me where they are.
I wish I could. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs. The same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's Air Force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
Liberty Prime will be effective when we get him fully operational. But he'll lack the proper firepower needed to penetrate the Institute's defenses.
She's right.
Of course she's right. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
I'll head out there immediately.
Good, because that's exactly what we're asking you to do. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to... Good luck, Knight.
I'd gladly lay down my life